The question is how best to invest in cryptocurrencies if you're over the age of 50. And it's an important understanding because if you get it right, you can really enhance the performance of your portfolio. I'm going to show you how to do it. Hey guys, my name is RC Peck, and I want to talk to you about how to invest in crypto so it can't hurt you and potentially can really help you. And this is really focused for people over the age of 50. Now, you don't have to be over the age of 50. You could be 30 or 70 and it's still going to help you. And I want to talk about three things here. What an actual symbol is, the approach to do it so you don't get hurt, and then we can talk about worst case and best case scenarios so you don't have to stress about it. So number one, there are many tracking symbols. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, okay? There's a lot of cryptocurrencies, but I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. There's a tracking symbol called SGBTC, or at least that's the tracking symbol. It's Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. It's been around the longest. It's been out since May of 2015. So in crypto years, that's like 50 years, kind of like dog years. Crypto years are like every Earth year is probably like 10 or 20 crypto years. So GBTC has been around the longest. So you can buy this in your brokerage account at Schwab or Fidelity. It's expensive in the sense that its management fee is 2%. So you want to know what it's costing you. Now, the upside is you don't have to go over to Coinbase or one of these other exchanges and move money over there, and the commissions are high. So there's kind of no really free way of doing this. But GBTC's goal is to track Bitcoin, and it's been around over 5 years. So the first is to get a symbol that is tracking Bitcoin. Now, before we go on in 2 and 3, I want to talk about these tracking symbols. They can be way above or way below its actual, what's called net asset value. So if it has, say, $30 worth of Bitcoin per share, these like GBTC or other ones can trade above or below that $30 of Bitcoin value. So you want to check, and you can see that right on their website. Incidentally, as of the recording of this, and I don't want to timestamp it too much, but GBTC is getting closer and closer to the actual net asset value every quarter. As of this recording, it's actually trading at a discount, which is pretty interesting. It's trading at about a 20% discount to its net asset value. That can go up or down. Okay, so the first thing is you can buy a symbol that trades. You can see it trading throughout the day, does not trade on the weekend, and you can buy it in your brokerage account. And the one that I'm just noticing that has been around the longest is GBTC. So that's the first point. You want to find a symbol that's easy to buy. And if you don't want to open up a different account going to a different exchange, then you can do that in your brokerage account at Schwab or Fidelity, as an example. Okay, now that's not the big part of the video. The big part of the video, I think, or the part that can really help men and women over the age of 50 is, say, you put 5%. So we're going to talk about rebalancing. You put 5% of your money in GBTC. Best year ever, that symbol went up 16x. 16x. That's a big number. 16x on $1 million portfolio on $50,000 is about $800,000. So that's its potential upside. Now we're talking about rebalancing here. Okay, its worst year, it fell 82%. That means you lost 4/5 of what was in there. You started with 5% or 50,000, kind of sticking with our $1 million portfolio. And at the end of the year, you had $10,000 in it, and that's it. So this thing can scream in either way. Now, here's the thing. I don't think we're going to have another 16x year, and I don't think we're going to have a negative 80% year ever. So those just extremes are behind us. Kind of a prediction, but the longer Bitcoin's around, the longer cryptos are around, the less likely we're going to have a 16x or a negative 4/5 x in a year. But the key here is rebalancing. Now, let me repeat this, I am not a proponent of rebalancing. I don't believe you should do it because actuality, the best rebalancing time frame ever is 30 years, also called don't rebalance. So rebalancing actually is kind of an artifact from the 70s. Rebalancing is a topic for another video. But in this, because the volatility is so extreme, even if we don't have a 16x or a negative 82%, knowing that you're going to rebalance once a year, and by the way, the research on rebalancing, if you're going to rebalance, the best rebalancing time frame is yearly. Not quarterly, not semi-annually, not monthly, but yearly. So if you are going to rebalance, then it's once a year. So you put 5% of your money in GBTC, for example. And I'm not promoting it. I don't care if you go find another tracking symbol. I don't care if you go to an exchange and actually buy Bitcoin. I don't have an attachment to it. I'm just using that as an example so you know there are symbols. At the end of each year, you're either going to take out more than you put in. So if you put in 50,000, remember it's 5%. Now it's 5% of the portfolio size. So your overall portfolio is going to grow over time too. So if in that 1 year it starts at 50,000, but at the end of the year, your portfolio is say 2 million, again, super easy math, and your Bitcoin position is at 10%. Overall, you're going to sell half of that to get it back down to 5%. I hope that makes sense. So what you're doing is you're kind of guardrailing your exposure to this really volatile investment. And rebalancing is a great idea with something very volatile that's not going to go out of business. So that's the other that's a presupposition I'm having is Bitcoin will not go out of business. Crypto will not go out of business. Whereas if you do this with an individual stock, you may not have the same experience unless it's a really established stock that's hundreds of billions of dollars in size already. So you rebalance back to 5% every year. And let's say your portfolio doesn't grow, and at the end of the year, your 5% in GBTC is now worth 15% of the portfolio. You would take and sell out the GBTC until you're back down to 5%, and then you take that 10% that you had and you put it back into your portfolio. Let's just say the other part of your portfolio, the other 95% was just in the S&P 500. So now you have more money to put into the S&P 500. Pretty cool. So this rebalancing helps you move, which is my point number 3, helps you sleep at night. You get to this place where you almost have no attachment to what it does. Right? Of course you want it to go up every year a gazillion %, but you know it's not going to happen. But by doing a rebalancing and keeping it super simple by buying GBTC, or if you want, go open, money at an exchange. The idea is that you keep it really simple through one symbol, GBTC or Bitcoin, 2, you rebalance. And by doing this, you get number 3, which is peace of mind. It can't take you out. It can't hurt your future. Worst case scenario is I'm completely wrong and the tracking symbol or Bitcoin goes to 0. Now, I don't think Bitcoin's going to go to 0. Crazy things can happen with tracking symbols. So if you're worried about a tracking symbol, then you can just buy crypto directly, but you have to go move money over to an exchange. But you get peace of mind with the third point here, which is you can't really be hurt that badly. It's 5%, right? Your other 95%. I don't know what it is. That's a topic for a different conversation where your money should be. But the sake of this conversation, it's in the S&P 500. So in many ways, you're kind of lowering your overall volatility profile because you're putting this really volatile investment only in 5% of your money. So you can do this by finding a tracking symbol, GBTC. If you want, go put some money at an exchange. Okay, but that's how you can do it. But tracking symbol is my first point. Second point is rebalance is absolutely the key here. And third thing is by keeping it simple, just one symbol, by rebalancing back annually to that 5%, you get number 3, which is peace of mind. Thanks, guys. I hope you like that. Let me know where you like it, where you don't like it, where you think I'm right, where you think I'm wrong. Please like, because the algorithms like when people hit the like button. They also love comments, and I respond to all comments. And guys, if you like this video, you're going to love our free course called Clarity and Control, which literally tells you how to get clarity back over your money, back over your wealth, and the control that you might have lost or the control that you are looking to really have over this part of your life. Completely free. You can find it in the description. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.